Hi Sagittarius, welcome to Magpie Moonchild. My name is Kayleigh. This is a full moon in Pisces read for you. It's just a check-in with the energies, see what you need to release and surrender, and any outcomes that come from that. The full moon is looking beautiful in my window, right up there at the midnight position. I think it is actually midnight, but the full moon itself is in 6 hours. We're getting up early to burn our bay leaf wishes, which we do on the new and the full moon. It's better on the full moon to release the wishes. Anyway, as with any tarot reading, please do not give up your power of free will to a tarot reading. You have free will and a choice. You can follow, not follow, it's up to you. I would always recommend for any major life decisions, please get the relevant medical, legal, business, financial, monetary advice wherever appropriate. Anything else? Anything else is down below, like charts and gender being fluid and all that sort of thing. It's all down below. And the deck is Lumina Tarot, if that matters. Tower, something's coming bolting out the blue for you, just so you know, Sagittarius. Can I get, we're going to go through the energy that you're coming into this reading with, and then it will be what you need to surrender or release, and then it will be the outcome. So can I have the energy of Sagittarius? I keep saying Scorpio, it's not, it's Sagittarius. I always get them mixed sometimes. Always sometimes. So Sagittarius, can I have the energy of Sagittarius coming into this reading, please? Can I have the reading of Sagittarius coming into this reading, please? That one. Maiden of Cups. Daydreamy energy. Vision of what you'd really like in a dream world. What you'd like it to be. What you'd like life to be. I really love the hair. The pink, pinky purpley dip dyed ends. That's amazing. This is something or somebody that you feel emotionally connected to, and you may, it may be, I'm getting, because it's hidden face, they may not know exactly, a little bit of peeky spyy. In your heart, and in your, this is blue and green, it's heart, throat chakra, the hair's pinky purple, so it's crown chakra. You connect with them in the dreams. This person, you connect with them in when you're asleep, and you have a lot of dreams about them. You can be truthful, honest with this person. You've never had to not be yourself with them. And that's kind of why you love them, I think, because you never had to be anybody but who you are with them. It's not necessarily romantic. I'm not necessarily getting, oh, you walked away from something, someone. Somebody walked away from someone. Or you're about to walk away from something that doesn't serve you. And this is the person you feel like you want to talk to about it, but you're not talking. I'm getting you're not talking. You care enough about them. Something's blocking you from talking to them. I'm getting confessional. Like, you know when you go into the church and you go into the confession and there's like the two, you got the priest in one door and you go in the other one and you confess. So you're not physically face to face confessing to them, but you're kind of, looking for forgiveness. It's not forgiveness. I mean, it might be forgiveness if you're offering an apology for walking away from something. Whatever it is you're considering walking away from, it is the right choice to walk away, just so you know, because this is like, you have to walk away because it doesn't serve you emotionally anymore. I think what you're looking for is either you're offering an apology or you're waiting for an apology from someone and it hasn't come, so you're walking away. or you are apologising for walking away. Maybe it was a big mistake. I really hate doing ex readings though, because most of the time they're an ex for a reason, but sometimes you just know you're supposed to be with them. And this is not the first time Sag has had an ex read, especially on my channel. It seems to be like an ongoing thing. I think if you're waiting for them to come back with an apology, that I don't think they're going to come to you with it, because it's not a knight. It's not offering you that cup, that apology. I think they are sorry. In some indirect way, they have told you that they're sorry. But I just get something's blocking the two of you. And wow, it hurts, eh, Sag? The one person you want to talk to about it and you can't talk to them right now. Burnt bridges. That's broken bridge, isn't it? That's... And it was a while ago, because it's not burning. That's been broken for a while. That's not been maintained. Are you sorry you never maintained it? This person meant a lot to you. They were like your best friend. I think it was like they just kind of got you. And it's not like a soulmate, like a romantic sort of soulmate. It's like they just got you. You could just be you. They just understood. And I want to cry as I'm saying this. They just got you. And you just kind of miss that they're not in your life now. And it's like that you just think, oh, we burnt bridges, and what did I burn that bridge for? I want to go back over, and I walked away. And you were right to walk away, by the way. This isn't a judgment of whether you should or shouldn't. You were right, because you had to walk away. I don't know what it was, but you had to walk away. They're probably a water sign. You probably keep poking and nosing at each other, because I'm getting this nosy, like having a little peek. And however you feel about them, it just feels like you're going in a cycle. They never quite get out your heart. And I don't mean that in a romantic way. I don't necessarily get romantic love, relationship, soulmate. I'm getting this is just someone that got you. You just kind of felt like comfortable with them, and like you never really had to be anything but who you were. It was enough for them. Like your best friend, or just... it could be a sibling that you know, you were like really close growing up, and something's happened and you've burnt bridges with each other. Or it doesn't necessarily have to be an ex. I really not necessarily getting that it's an ex, like it's not a toxic one. If it is, it's just kind of like you broke up and you just kind of miss they were in your life, not because you need to be with them romantically. It's just you love them, but it's not sexy love. It's like, I genuinely give a shit about you. I think you're amazing, and I miss you. I miss your sunshine that you brought in, and I miss your funkiness and your quirkiness. They were quite quirky. And I think they've kind of found themselves a little bit, and you kind of like, oh, I wish I'd been there to see it. I think you walked away because they didn't see it in themselves, and it's like, I can't watch you keep destroying yourself. And now they're like, I'm getting the Avril Lavigne song, Skater Boy. He was a skater boy. You said see you later, boy. He wasn't good enough for her. But I'm not, don't mean that like that song. I'm not getting that song because it's like, I'm with them now. I'm with them now. Fuck you. You don't get to see. It's very much like you knew that was in them, and now they're rocking their show, and you're not a part of that. They look amazing. They're doing their thing. They're quirky. They may even dye their hair funky colours, be a bit witchy. You knew it was in them. It's like, just want to tell you, just you love having a nosy and seeing how great they're doing, but you're kind of like, man, I wish I hadn't burnt those bridges. I knew it was in you, and I knew you'd get there. I just wish I could be there to celebrate this moment with you. But you had to walk away. I think the fact that you walked away is actually what spurred them on a little bit. You always knew it was in them. You had the Wheel of Fortune come up. So twist of fate, moon and sun. They could be your opposite, you know, equal opposite. They were like this. You were like the sun. They were like the moon, or vice versa. You were opposites, and it shouldn't have worked. But and a twist of fate come in. Jupiter's all about. It's also Jupiter, so it's like expansion and luck. It is luck. Is that what you're waiting for? Blind luck to come and bring you back together somehow? Bring you back into each other's lives? Or is that what you're hoping I'm saying? That some twist of fate is going to bring you back together? Is that what you're waiting for? Some twist of fate, and you're hoping this full moon is the twist up, the positive twist of fate. It is a twist of fate, as in like it's positive because it's upright, but I don't think they're even aware that you're wanting to be to come back across that bridge, to mend the bridge. I don't think they're even aware. Whatever it is, they seem to be balancing themselves, managing everything, coping. The twist of fate went good. Just, it was a positive twist. What does... Oh, you do want to offer an apology. There is moons in everything. Full moons in these. That's right, I think there's a deer in my garden. I can hear it. But yeah, it's like you do want to make an apology. You do want to come towards them. You do want to speak to them. You do want to open up. It's the evolution. If you look, they've both got the hubris. You've grown up. You've gone from this naive energy to let's do something about it. You want to speak to them. You want to move forward. You want to... Maybe you do. It's a friend that you shut off and you realise, oh my God, I'm supposed to have you in my life. Offer an apology or an offer back into your life. You may have romantic feelings about them. You may have romantic feelings. It may be an ex. I don't really reluctant to go that way, but it could be an ex that you kind of want to reach out to, go back to. Some twist of fate is going to come up where you get this opportunity to tell them how you feel. But they're not aware that you want to. That doesn't mean it's a bad thing. They won't see it coming. Okay, what does Sagittarius need to release? Why does Sagittarius reads always go on? You need to release past hurt, past grievances with each other. If you hurt each other, because I'm getting that you did it to each other, and I think you just got to the point where you just couldn't. Yeah, Six of Cups. This is a past. things that have happened when you were younger. And you probably look back in nostalgia at them. You have to release those past hurts. You have to forgive those past grievances. I think you have been working on it, but I think when you speak to them, it's going to be like, I'm really sorry that this happened. I'm really sorry for XYZ. I can see what you've healed within yourself, what they've healed within themselves. Just kind of got to let bygones be bygones. That's what I'm getting. Bygones be bygones. What happened happened. If this is you getting back with the next, you have to let the old crap stay the old crap. It's a new time round with each other. You do have this bond with each other, this deep soul bond, which I think is what's so painful, because you are soul bonded. It's not it's a soulmate, and it doesn't have to be romantic. It doesn't have to be romantic. This person they're just meant to be in your life, and I think at some point you walked away or they walked away, and it's just never felt, you've just missed them. You've mourned that they're not there. You've missed this person in your life. They brought some sort of balance to you. Everyone thought it was like one-sided, but they brought balance to you as much as you brought balance to them. Six of Cups is all about emotional balance as well. Feathers. Some sort of bird reminds you of them, or a feather. You've got a feather or something. Something to do with feathers. It's a bird, or every time you see a bird, it just reminds you of them. It could be like every time you see a robin, you know, somebody comes to visit you. It's that sort of thing. Butterflies, flowers, insects are on there. Spiders' webs. You just are connected. I mean, to everybody else, I think you just seem so polar opposite, but you complement each other beautifully. You balance each other out. It's like the best friend you've ever got. They hand you your ass, but equally you just know they've got your back. What is the outcome for Sagittarius, please? What is the outcome of this situation for Sagittarius, please? Maiden of Swords. So this is like the stalky. I don't think you're going to get any sort of... Yeah, you got the Devil with it. This is like stalking each other. Devil. You're almost addicted to watching them. Like, I know it's really hard for you that you're not with them. And you're seeing all these amazing things happen. I think they've had amazing personal growth. And you're just literally trying to work out the best way for you to get back to that. Because I think you're almost addicted. In your head, I think you think you're supposed to be with them romantically. And you could be. You could be meant to be with them romantically. At the moment, it's like you're addicted to stalking them on social media. What are they up to now? Are they still with that person? Because I know they're not supposed to be with that person. They're supposed to be with me. They're supposed to be with me. They're supposed to be with me. That's what I'm getting. They're supposed to be with me. They're supposed to be with me. And you're just wishing that twist of fate to come in. You're just stuck, right? You are just stuck, like, not saying anything to them. This is like the Two of Swords is like blindfolded, crossed arms. I refuse to see or do or say anything. It's like you're just happily sitting, and you've got the Four of Pentacles, which is like stingy, holding everything in. You're just stuck in this situation where you are scared to say anything to them. It's like you're scared they'll reject you, so you just sit in this little in-betweeny bubble where you are just sort of, you're watching them and you're so proud watching what they're doing on social media. You're so proud of what they've done, the growth they've made, the progress. I think people wrote them off and never expected much of them, and you knew that greatness was in them. I think you told them that there was greatness within them. And you had to walk away because they were hurting themselves. Do you know what I mean? They were hurting, and emotionally or mentally they were hurting. It's just, you did do the right thing. You did it for the right reasons, and I think you've spent the whole time banging around out there. Spent the whole time just hoping that some twist of fate will come in so you can tell them how you feel and let all your emotions out and say, I love you. And I don't mean that like, I love you, you're everything I've ever wanted. I love you. You're like there's like this just genuine, sweet soul bond that you don't even have to like be with them romantically. You just love them and you just want them to be happy, and they're happy now, and you're like, well, I just want to be a part of that happiness. I just want to see you happy genuinely without having to hide behind stalking you online and pretending that I don't care but I do care, and withholding your feelings. And it's like you're just, and it's like you're just not making any move to reconnect with them. It's like you're literally waiting for fate to take a twist, and you're stuck in this stalemate with holding your feelings and not moving forward and not going anywhere. You're just in one place, perpetually waiting. It's like you're addicted to being in that place because it's safer than taking that leap and being rejected by them. And that's like, that's the outcome. That's all that you're doing. You're just staying in this place where you're addicted to stalking them online and kind of hoping they don't have any further progress forward that you're not a part of, but equally that they don't go backwards because you genuinely want them to be happy. But equally, you're not making any moves to communicate with them. You're not making any moves to show your feelings towards them. Oh, that's just flown. That's like, fuck that. Get rid of that energy. Get rid of that stalemate. Just talk to them. Hey, how you been? It doesn't have to be romantic. I don't know why I'm shuffling. It's like I'm waiting for something to come through, like some breakthrough to break the stalemate. There's somebody else involved. That's what's holding you back. There's somebody else involved, whether that's you or them. I'm not judging, by the way. If there's a third party, that's fine. What you need to remember is you have a great foundation, that it might have been a while since you spoke to each other, but there is this genuine support for each other. And I think even if you're not talking, and I get that you have this psychic link where you meet each other in your dreams, in that dream world, you know, that lucid, sometimes you'll wake up and go, oh wow, that was like, oh, that was weird, I had a dream about them. Or a song will come on the radio, and trust me, when you hear it, they're probably hearing it at the same time, and going, oh, I love that song. It always reminds me of them. There's a song about sandwiches that always reminds me of somebody that means a lot. So when I hear it, or every time someone goes, we can make sandwiches, and I start singing the song, and it always makes me smile because it reminds me of someone. But it's like you have this strong foundation, which to everybody else, probably because I'm getting the pages everywhere, to everyone else it probably seems like it was puppy love or some stupid, naive, innocent thing that you just meant not to. Everybody else, I don't think it meant, everybody just sort of wrote it off as like, oh well, they were young, it's whatever, they were in and out of each other's lives, that's it. But I think to the pair of you there was something deeper that people probably didn't appreciate. Sorry, that's my cat has just scared me by knocking a key on my side. That just really is mischievous tonight. Anyway, you have this deep, strong bond emotionally deep down, this foundation. You've probably been a support for each other through a darker time, even though you weren't together, or even if you were or weren't emotionally together, romantically together. You have this history. You have this strong foundation of a bond that I don't think either of you, I don't think anything's eroded it, because it's still there. Almost like, bear with me, I'm going to get rid. Sorry, she was trying to eat shortbread biscuits out of a packet. Mischievous little minx. Sorry. It was something that started growing. I don't think it ever got to fully bloom, because of obviously you had to walk away and things happened. I get that twists of fate kept getting in the way. But I don't think it ever died though. This is what I'm getting. It's all green and it's heart and because it's like the heart chakra, green and yellow is like heart chakra and solar plexus. And it's like you have this heart soul link. And I think when something happens, you just kind of feel a tug in your stomach, or a tug in your, somewhere between your heart and do you know what I mean? Between your belly button and your chest. You feel this tug, this pull, like a soul pull. She's gone again. Bear with me. She went for the biscuits again. Anyway, yeah, you have this soul pull, like sort of pull. And it's because whatever was there never went away. The growth that you had, and I think it never really got to take full flight. Things kept getting in the way and it never really got finished. This bond that you have, you never really got to explore it to where it should finish. And I think you think, oh, well, it doesn't mean the same to them. It does mean the same to them. They love you deeply. They always have, and I think they always will love you deeply. You always have. And I think it's one of those the true unconditional love where you don't have to be together, but you just love them. You just want them to be happy. It's just really painful if you're not a part of that happiness. And I don't mean that like you've got to be the one they're in love with, or you've got to be the one that they've achieved something with. It's like you don't even get to sit there and go, I'm proud of you. I'm so proud of what you've achieved. I knew it was always in you. And it's like you never got to this full fruition. And it just sort of got stuck there. But the beautiful thing is, it never died. It never died. You still have this heart-soul link that it never died. And you get to see each other in your dreams, and because you're so connected, and it's almost like you're connected on every level, because you're soulmates. And I don't mean that like, oh, you're my soulmate, I love you forever. I mean it like your souls are connected. Your souls are connected, and you were supposed to be on a journey together, whether that's romantically or whatever. That's between you and them. But whatever it was, it never really fully flourished, but it never died either. It's like it's just been sat there in cryogenically frozen, waiting for you both to have this opportunity. So the outcome that's coming is that you need to communicate with them. You need to be honest, firstly with yourself, and notice this is the blue, the throat chakra. This is like communicating. You need to communicate and cut through the bullshit and just talk. Just start talking to each other. See something they've done and gone, do you know what? I saw this. I saw you've done this. And I know it's wrong, that I've probably had a stalky stalk. I just had this pull. I just felt like I had to check in on you, and I saw you've done this. I'm so proud of you. How's life treating you? It doesn't even have to be I saw this or whatever, a stalky. So it could just be, hey, I heard this song today, thought of you. How are you doing? Just reconnect. I think that they miss you just as much as you miss them. And now is that, why wait for a twist of fate? Why not be the twist of fate? Why not turn the wheel yourself? Why not communicate and say, hey, how are you doing? Because I think at the moment you just feel like you're all out at sea without them being in your life. And I don't mean like if you're with someone else and they're with someone else, because I get that there's other people involved. I don't think it matters. I think just being a part of each other's lives is enough. Duchess, she's up there again. She's 9 and she still gets up on the side trying to eat biscuits. What's her favourite? Can I have a Moonology card, please, for Sagittarius? A Moonology card for Sagittarius. You just have to take the leap and be honest and open and communicate with them. Can I have a Moonology card for... There we go. That's why a card wasn't pulling, because that just had to be told off. A Moonology card for Sagittarius, please. Can I have a Moonology card for Sagittarius, please? Moonology card for Sagittarius. It's time to release negativity. And I think that's what's held you back. You think they're not going to want anything to do with you. I can assure you they are going to want... There's nothing here that would suggest that they don't want anything to do with you. It's all cups. Cups and swords, which are emotions and hurt emotions, and also communication. The Three of Swords is like hurt. They could be an air sign, or they could be a water sign, this other person. And if they've got both heavily in the chart, equally they could be... There's a Capricorn on here. There's a Capricorn. But I'm getting a water sign, because for you to balance like sun and moon, to me that would be a water sign balancing out with a fire sign, with you, the fire sign. As it's the opposite. What's the fire sign opposite? Fire. So it could be a Gemini Cancer. A Gemini Cancer, because Gemini's opposite, but the opposite water would be Cancer. Although there's a full moon in Scorpio there, so it could be a Scorpio. Can I have another one for Sagittarius, please? I think if you are going to communicate with them, don't come full force with the feelings. Play it quite laid back. I mean, you are reconnecting after a while, so maybe it is worth being a little bit stingy with your feelings. But the roots of potential have already been sort of planted, so you've just kind of got to water and nurture those. Something about your legs. Something about legs coming through there. Is there another card for Sagittarius? I'm only going to shuffle a couple more times. Another one for Sagittarius. Another one for Sagittarius. There we go. The energy is gaining momentum. I think it's becoming harder and harder for you to watch this happen. It is becoming harder and harder for you to watch them actually having all this success and joy, and I don't think it's success like a job success. I don't think, or a relationship. I think it's success within themselves. Like they finally recognize who they are. They've done a load of work, and you're just like, oh my god, it's beautiful to see. Beautiful to see. You just kind of want in on it. You just kind of like, I want to tell you so badly that I'm proud of you, and it's becoming more and more inevitable that you're going to have to contact them. I think what you're scared of is that it's a pride thing. Like, you're scared they'll say no, or what the fuck are you doing? Why are you contacting me? I don't think it's going to be like that at all. Is there any more for Sagittarius? 2 more shuffle throughs if there's nothing else. 1 more. No, nothing. Nothing. Felt like there was going to be another one, but there isn't. Of course, there's always the chance that you won't do anything and you'll stay in stalemate and nothing will happen. Nothing will come of it. The only thing that's stopping anything happening is you. They are receptive. If they are receptive, because they're the water, that everything for them is coming up cups. They are receptive to feelings, but they're not necessarily going to come forward to you. I think it's going to have to be you coming to them. If you're the one that walked away, it's definitely going to have to be you coming back. They don't hate you, and they certainly are not angry with you for doing it. I think they even understand why you did it, with hindsight. I think it's like, I get why you did that now. Don't let your past hold you back. You've also got to show the world the real you, and I think you have kept this, which is a full moon in Aquarius. I think you've kept this relationship that you mourning. I wouldn't say it's dead. I'd say it's frozen, but I don't think you've realised it's frozen. It's certainly not dead for you, because you still feel it. You're still connected, and I think they still feel it and are connected. I get that this is like your best friend that isn't in your life, and for whatever reason you're just not in each other's lives, and you just kind of really miss your best friend. You kind of miss your soulmate, in a platonic way. That's kind of what I want to say. In a platonic way, yes, you might romantically love them, but it's the platonic side of things that you kind of miss. You kind of like, when things happen, you're like, oh, I need to tell them. Oh, I was going to say you need to tell Kayleigh, but I am Kayleigh, and I don't think you need to tell me. But you can tell me if you want to. If you're proud of me, thank you very much. And if you are my old friend, by all means, tell me that you're proud or you miss me. I don't. If you've loved each other, why wouldn't you want to talk to each other? If you've truly loved each other, why wouldn't you want to talk to each other? So maybe next time the song comes on the radio, take that as your sign from the universe that you need to make that offer. Offer that cup, start the conversation. Something musically about you both is connected. It's definitely... There are songs that come on, and you're just like, oh, I need to... Oh, no, we don't talk. Summer of 69, I've got coming in. Summer of 69. Summer of 69. Definitely Bryan Adams, but I love Bryan Adams, so... Yeah. But yeah, something about them, you could just be yourself with them, and that's kind of what you miss. And now is the time that you kind of like, you knew the real me, and I need to kind of have you in my life, because something about this person is fundamental to some part of you, and you're ready to bring that part in. There's something fundamental about the way you two are bonded, and now it's got to the point where you're like, they have to be in my life again, because it's just not, otherwise it's not balanced. Something's not right if they're not in it. You just know that part of you has to come out now. And I don't know. Only you and them kind of know what it is. I don't need to be privy to that information for some reason. Oh my God, this is just what you wish for all the time. It could be a Scorpio. How dapper does the King of Wands look though? That's always my Scorpio card. The Scorpio card? Scorpio's right behind it, so I don't know why I said that. Sagittarius card. Oh my God, yeah, you just miss them. You just miss them. Just miss them. Just say, I miss you. How are you? I miss you. Song came on. How are you? I miss you. That's it. Who wouldn't want to hear from their friend? As always, Sagittarius has gone twice the length of any other reading. Any other reading that I do. I'm sorry my cat Duchess decided to try and eat shortbread biscuits. She's gone to hide now. She probably managed to get a biscuit and has run off with it. Anyway, I hope that's told you what you need to hear, Sagittarius. Thank you if you stuck through to the end. Thank you so much for listening and joining me here today. If you want to, feel free to subscribe below. I will see you again soon. Bye for now. Namaste.